right as soon as you got out there.
He wasn't playing no defense, and then the one time I tried to get a dunk, he wanted to play defense. He got something for that next time.
And then
undirected team, we got to talk about this. We got a rivalry now between the King and a new player coming in trying to dethrone the King and take his spot as the GOAT, and that is Shai Gilgeous Alexander. This is like new school versus old school, but I will say that LeBron James specifically is a transcendent player. He came in the league in 2003, and he's been in the league for almost 2 decades. And unlike most other players, he's been able to adapt and keep up with the times, adjust his game to stay relevant, and one of the best players in the league throughout his tenure. So it's hard to say that LeBron is just pure old school, because he's not. Looking at a guy like Shai Gilgeous Alexander, he's not hearing none of that. This is where the rivalry has all began. You're not hearing a lot of people talk about this in the media. I could just be crazy, but hear me out on this one. In the All-Star game, you'll see right here, LeBron James took aim at Shai Gilgeous Alexander specifically. I think if anybody else makes this dunk attempt, he's not going to block it. But because it was SGA, he decided to make him look like a fool and block his shot in the All-Star game when Shai thought he had a wide open dunk. I mean, he tried to dunk like he was in a dunk contest, even though none of these stars will ever get in the dunk contest. When they're in the All-Star game, they'll basically go out and do dunks they could have did in the dunk contest and make it way better than it's been over the last couple years, other than, I guess, Mac having his breakout All-Star dunk contest appearance just recently. Regardless of all that, when LeBron James chose to actually play defense during the All-Star game, something that nobody in the new school does, which is why I say LeBron is a hybrid, he basically declared war on Shai Gilgeous Alexander specifically, because his generation, all they do is stand around while guys possibly go ISO and play zero defense and give up wide open 3-point shots, dunk attempts, alley-oops, and just disrespect their counterparts throughout the whole game, and they just accept it. So when LeBron did that, he basically told Shai Gilgeous Alexander, hey, kid, you need to respect me. I'm the king. Now, I'm going to go back before this when Bron broke the scoring title and Shai Gilgeous Alexander basically slighted him in his post-game interview. So, listen to this.
Ready, like I didn't want to step up. I didn't want to lose focus. I didn't want to lose the flow of the game, what was going on, how they regarded me, you know what I mean? I didn't want to lose that, so I was focusing on that and just trying to stay present in the game and not let that stuff distract me. Because above all, I wanted to win the game tonight.
Now, when I first heard this, because I watched that whole game like most of you did when LeBron James broke the scoring title, but I was really interested in hearing what Shai Gilgeous had to say after the game, and this is what struck me as odd. He didn't give LeBron his props for breaking the scoring title. He got the scoring title, but we won the game, and that's what's most important, because we're in playoff contention and LeBron is not, and his accomplishment is basically an old school thing that's happened over the course of 20 years, but right now we're in the moment and we're trying to win and make a playoff push. And the Lakers, well, they're not even in the playoffs, and actually they're behind us. So us winning this game gives us the tiebreaker at the time, and it keeps the Lakers out of playoff contention. Also, you got to remember, LeBron James listens to everything that's going on. He heard that interview and he took offense to it, and that's why he chose to block Shai Gilgeous at the All-Star game. When you listen to Shai Gilgeous' post-game interview when LeBron James broke the scoring title, he basically had the same type of energy that AD had.
Oklahoma City Thunder, a game we needed, and I was pissed off that we were losing. So it's simple. I mean, it's nothing had to do with Bron. He knows that.
I mean, Anthony Davis didn't even get up and give his teammate that he won a championship with a hug or anything. He just sat there and was like, who the hell cares? We're getting our tails kicked by the Oklahoma City Thunder, a team that came in preseason not even on the radar to make the playoffs, but right now have a better record than us. So if you think about that, LeBron James celebrating his scoring title but losing the game, it's not just sunshine and rainbows. It's kind of like cloudy, drizzling, and every time you talk about that scoring title in the game that he broke it, he has to remember that he lost the game. So it just hurts. Also, think about it. LeBron James chose to break the scoring title against OKC when it would have been a better game to do it against the Bucks. That's what I was hoping that he would have did. A lot of people really paid for that Bucks game because that's when they thought he was going to break it. But he chose OKC to break it because he wanted to win the scoring title against the team he was sure that he could beat. So when he lost to OKC but still broke the scoring title, I'm sure it hurt. That probably also pissed him off because SGA played as hard as he could that game to try to take shine away from LeBron and put it on himself, even though it was supposed to be LeBron's night, and basically didn't give him any type of shine for his accomplishments. But the truth is LeBron knew he had, percentage-wise, less of a chance to beat the Bucks and win the scoring title, and he had a great chance to win the scoring title and beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think that's why he went for the scoring title during the Thunder and not against the Bucks. Personally, that's just my belief. And Anthony Davis is not happy about any of this. He doesn't care because it's an individual title and he wants to win as a team. So there's a lot going on between the Lakers. As you know, they've made trades and different things like that to put themselves in better contention. But they have to play the Oklahoma City twice, and Oklahoma City's 3 games ahead of them at the time of me making this video. And there was another thing I was thinking about. LeBron James also was part of the reason that the Oklahoma City Thunder came into the season without a chance to be a playoff team at all, because remember, earlier in the summer, he was playing against Chet Holmgren, the #1 overall pick that was going to vault the Oklahoma City Thunder into a great team. But because he decided to play hard defense in a meaningless game, Chet Holmgren destroyed his ankle and it took him out of the entire season. So now Shai Gilgeous has had to put the team on his back, and that's exactly what he's done. Overall, I think that now we have a big issue between these two teams, but most specifically between SGA and LBJ. So there's a lot of bad blood there, and these two do not like each other. SGA, as far as I can tell, he's a guy that is not with the games. He's not out here to be buddy and shake hands with everybody. He has a demeanor of going out there and being the best on the court, and he doesn't have fear like a lot of these other guys do. He doesn't have this AAU mentality and all this buddy system stuff. He's out here to win games, and he does not care about the competition or what they accomplish. I think he actually feels and believes that he's the best player when he steps on the court against anybody he plays against. He doesn't care about your accolades. After hearing his post-game interview after the All-Star game where he took direct shots at LeBron James, well, moving forward, this is going to be interesting. I had to cover this because I haven't heard any of the mainstream media outlets, talk shows in sports really address this at all. What do you guys think? You think I'm blowing this out of proportion, or do you think there's something actually here? Is Bronny James watching this all and saying, oh, don't worry, SGA, I'll win a title before you, and I'll come in the league 5 years after you. You'll actually be old school to me when I get in the league, and I'll avenge my dad and make sure that I make you look like a fool every time that we play moving forward, because I'll be in the NBA shortly. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Anyways, y'all let me know what you think about this, or if there's anything I missed, put it in the comments so you can add to the content in the story. If you have any questions or anything that you want to say, I look at all the comments, I respond to them if they're in question format. I'm gonna leave it at that. Dot sell out.
LeBron James, a shot at history. And LeBron stands alone.